For centuries, rosemary has been more than a kitchen herb. It's been a symbol of memory, protection, and vitality. Across cultures and generations, this pine-scented evergreen has carried a reputation far bigger than its size. Today, scientists are discovering that the traditions weren't just symbolic. Inside rosemary are compounds that can influence the brain, calm stress, support digestion, and even encourage hair growth. Let's take a closer look at how this familiar herb bridges ancient wisdom and modern science. Rosemary, botanically classified as Salvia rosmarinus, traces its origins to the Mediterranean coastline, where it has flourished for thousands of years. Its name comes from the Latin rosmarinus, meaning dew of the sea, reflecting how it thrives along sun-drenched coastal cliffs. In ancient Egypt, rosemary sprigs were sometimes placed in tombs as offerings and used in purification rituals. In ancient Greece, scholars wore rosemary garlands while studying, believing it sharpened memory. The herb became a common symbol of remembrance in Greek and Roman cultures, often woven into weddings and funerals alike. Medieval Europeans burned rosemary to ward off bad air during times of plague, and it was carried in pouches for protection. In traditional medicine across the Mediterranean, it was used to ease digestion, invigorate circulation, and strengthen the mind. Beyond Europe, rosemary held a place in Middle Eastern and North African folk medicine, where it was used in remedies for colds and digestive discomfort. It appeared in parts of traditional Chinese practice for circulation and digestion, and was later adopted into Ayurveda for memory and hair health. By the 17th century, it had reached Latin America through colonial trade, where it became a household remedy in teas and baths. These traditions underscore just how deeply rosemary has been valued across eras and cultures. The secret to rosemary's effects lies in its unique blend of bioactive compounds, the natural substances that plants produce which interact with the body's systems and affect health. Carnosic acid and carnosol, powerful diterpenes that protect neurons through antioxidant and anti-inflammatory pathways. Rosmarinic acid, a phenolic compound with strong anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and gut protective actions. Eucalyptol, a terpene in rosemary's essential oil linked to improved cognition and respiratory support. Camphor and other volatile oils, aromatic compounds with circulatory, antimicrobial, and topical analgesic effects that contribute to rosemary's pain-relieving actions. Together, these compounds work in concert to deliver wide-ranging benefits. Here's what the science says. 1. Memory and cognitive performance. Rosemary has long been tied to memory, and modern research supports this connection. One study found that inhaling rosemary aroma improved memory speed and accuracy in healthy adults. Another study linked higher blood levels of eucalyptol, a rosemary terpene, to better performance on cognitive tests after aroma exposure. Beyond aroma, a clinical trial in university students found that daily rosemary capsules improved both prospective and retrospective memory while reducing anxiety and depression scores. Rosemary's cognitive edge may stem from its antioxidant protection in the brain and support of cholinergic signaling, the system by which nerve cells use acetylcholine to regulate memory, attention, and learning. 2. Mood, fatigue, and stress. Rosemary's influence extends to mood and stress physiology. Inhalation of rosemary essential oil lowered salivary cortisol and increased antioxidant activity in healthy adults, showing measurable effects on the stress response. A randomized controlled trial found that continuous rosemary extract intake for 4 weeks improved mood and reduced fatigue. These benefits may be linked to rosemary's terpenes and polyphenols, which modulate neurotransmitter pathways and oxidative balance. 3. Neuroprotection. Rosemary's carnosic acid activates the NRF2 pathway, a master regulator of the body's antioxidant defenses. In animal models, carnosic acid reduced oxidative damage, protected mitochondria, and preserved neuronal structure after brain injury. These mechanisms help explain rosemary's potential in protecting the brain from long-term oxidative stress. 4. Hair growth. One of rosemary's most surprising benefits is in hair health. A 6-month randomized trial compared rosemary oil to the standard treatment of 2% minoxidil for androgenetic alopecia. Both groups saw significant hair count increases, but rosemary oil caused less scalp itching. This suggests rosemary oil may be a natural alternative for promoting hair growth and scalp health. 5. Digestive health. Traditionally used for indigestion, rosemary supports the digestive system through bile stimulation and anti-inflammatory action. Rosmarinic acid and volatile oils help soothe gut inflammation and may protect the intestinal lining. While human clinical trials are still limited, traditional use and mechanistic studies align with rosemary's reputation as a digestive ally. 6. Pain relief. Topical rosemary may ease musculoskeletal discomfort. In a clinical trial of hemodialysis patients, rosemary oil reduced leg pain significantly compared to placebo. These results suggest rosemary's essential oils may provide safe, topical relief for localized pain, with compounds such as camphor contributing to its analgesic action. 7. Oral health. Rosemary's antimicrobial properties extend to the mouth. In clinical trials, polyherbal mouthwashes containing rosemary reduced plaque and gingivitis comparably to chlorhexidine, the gold standard rinse. Another clinical trial found that a rosemary-based toothpaste significantly reduced gingival bleeding and bacterial plaque after 30 days, showing results comparable to a conventional toothpaste. Did you know that rosemary was the key ingredient in Hungary water? A famous 14th century elixir that legend says was concocted for Queen Elizabeth of Hungary. It is often regarded as one of Europe's first alcohol-distilled remedies that was used internally as a cure-all. And beyond medicine, it was also used externally as one of the earliest alcohol-based perfumes in Europe. From kitchen to self-care, let's see ways to use rosemary on a regular basis. In cooking, add fresh rosemary to your recipes for both flavor and bioactive compounds. Rosemary pairs well with potatoes, so next time you make roasted potatoes, toss some in. For a savory twist to homemade flatbread or focaccia, add in a generous pinch. And in bean soups, it adds a distinct depth of flavor. Infused oils and vinegars. Steep rosemary sprigs in olive oil or vinegar for a flavorful base to your dishes. As a tea, steep 1 to 2 teaspoons of fresh or dried rosemary in hot water for an invigorating digestive infusion. Aromatherapy. Diffuse rosemary essential oil or even keep a sprig nearby to sniff while working or studying to support focus. Bath soak. Add a handful of rosemary sprigs, fresh or dried, to hot bath water for a relaxing foot or whole body soak, traditionally believed to ease soreness. Hair routine. Dilute rosemary oil in a carrier oil and massage into the scalp to promote hair growth. Topical ointment. Rub diluted rosemary oil onto sore muscles or joints for soothing relief. Oral care. Look for herbal mouth rinses with rosemary to support gum and breath health. Rosemary is a reminder of how foods we often overlook in daily life can be powerful allies for long-term wellness. Once a symbol of memory and protection, today it's being validated by science as a true multitasker, supporting the brain, calming stress, soothing the gut, and even encouraging hair growth. Make room in your routine for this timeless herb and experience its benefits firsthand. Nature has always carried timeless wisdom, and modern science shows that ancient remedies still have valuable lessons for supporting our health today. Within the simplest foods lie extraordinary compounds, capable of restoring balance, sparking vitality, and protecting both body and mind. So let's keep uncovering what else is hiding in plain sight. After all, health is wealth, and every bite is an investment in yourself.